welcome to Swing Around the World, a virtual Facebook event about the world of swing. I am Delphine Dalagata. I'm joined with GAS Fernandez and Alba Mengual from Big Mama Swing in Madrid, Spain. So hello, hola.
Hello, Delphine.
Hola, Delphine.
Thank
nice
you very much for having us.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you both. So to begin, could you both introduce yourselves and share how you started the world of swing?
So I'm Alba Mengual, and I started in England. When I went there very early, when I finished my degree, and I started working as a pharmacist, and then I discovered this world.
Well, that was a short presentation. Well, I am Gas. Gaston is my real name. Gas is my nickname. I am from Argentina, actually. I started Lindy Hop in the 2001, 2002, something like that. In that moment, we get from a visitor, like a tourist, like a videotape, where it was the Helsa Popping movie there, plus swing dance class from Marcus and Barbo. But in that time, they sell videotapes with classes. And then we was a group of guys that we fall in love with this, and then we start to see. But you know, back in the day, in that moment, we didn't have any YouTube or nothing, and the process was super slow. You know, like to learn something. Then when we get a visitor, like learning tango, that we know that he dance swing, was like everyone going to him like, oh please help me, how you do this? And then like was super slowly. But this is how I get to the world of swing dancing, let's say. I start with tango, and then I went to swing, because Helsa Popping, I'll be honest, that's the truth. Yeah.
For me, it was making new friends. When I was completely alone in a new country. I was 24, and I just really wanted to have friends. So I tried reading books, groups. Then I tried belly dance, I tried salsa, and the swing community was the best community to make friends, and that was my hook at the beginning.
I completely understand. That's how I discovered swing when I moved to Italy as well. So it's a wonderful way to meet new people and immerse yourself in a new culture. So from England, and you're originally from Spain, and then from Argentina, how did you both meet? What's the story behind?
Well, we have two stories,
yes.
Alba's story and Gas' story.
Yeah, they're different.
What we start with? You?
Mine, because it's the first one.
Right.
So I met Gaston when he was my boss in Heran, and before that he was my teacher in an event. And of course he doesn't remember me, so I do remember him. So the first time that we really met, it's only me that remember him.
Like, yeah, I remember, like, actually it was in my first international trip, was in London. Do you remember the name?
London Swing Festival.
Swing Festival. And I went there with Tina Ritza. Tina Ritza was my first dance partner. We teach there, and then it's where we met, but I don't remember that at all. I don't remember it. And I do remember Alba from Heran, when I was her boss, because she was giving me nightmares at night. No, not that much at all. But I remember that we had like one conversation about something was wrong, and then we fix it, and then we start to talk.
Yeah, the machine, I was selling tickets, and the machine 3 nights didn't make the exact money. I think it was all in Swedish, and I was like not pressing the right buttons.
Yeah, I mean the money was good, just the report was not exactly the same, and there was the money on the entrance, but the report said something different. I was like, anyway. And then after that we met again in Berlin Blues Explosion, where I was a teacher there and she was a student, but then I remember like she was taking in the advanced class classes as a leader, but I know in Heran that she was a follower, and then I would think like, well, how good you are that you are here in this class, you know, like I have that thought. And then I remember like I saw her dancing with the girl, like, and then the things didn't work, and I went there. I remember like saying like, okay, let me try. And I did it with the girl, and I realized like, no, it's not the girl. Right? I did it with her, and she was doing right, and then she was doing, and then I was correcting the follower, and that was for me was like, oh, no, she's a good dancer. Yeah, that's how we met. I mean, then we have, can I keep going? We have a limit of time.
Go ahead, keep going. How did you go from when you just met to then maybe creating a school later in the year. So what was your international experience?
Perfect. I mean, I will go to that step and then you will keep asking us. But then that was, I don't remember, 2011, 2012? 12.
Oof,
I think.
I don't remember. Yeah, because we started working in 2013,
Yeah,
right?
that was, let's say, no, that was 2011.
Ah, okay.
2011. Then I remember like in Berlin was Explosion, we had a really nice talk about like dancing, about like feelings. I was telling her like, in that moment I was doing the big jump, is the way that some teacher we call to the moment that we are like maybe good enough but not yet there, you know, like, or you are almost there in that step, like, should I try to be professional, should I not, what I do with my life? And I was in that moment, I mean, I will start to do some international things. I was traveling from Argentina to London and Berlin to teach a couple more places, but I was not super sure yet. It was like in that moment, you know. And then I remember like a really nice talk that I had with her. Like I keep a really nice feeling, and so like, well, she gave me something nice. And then next year, I lost my partnership because my partner was to move into Australia to move there, to live there, because she fell in love. And then I decided to go for swing dancing, but I didn't have any more dance partner. And now I didn't know what to do, and I have some schools that they want me teaching here in Europe. And then I decided to do a new trip, but this time I didn't have a partner. And then I was talking with a couple of different people. One of them was Alba. And then we did together, we prepared a choreo to present in ESDC. We did it like in a week or two,
yeah,
maximum.
We prepared in a week, yeah. Mm-hmm. It was when it was the last year, it was in Barcelona, I think.
Yeah, that was 2012, I think.
Probably.
And then that year, well, we did well together, we was happy, and then I remember that we had some talks, and then I asked her, okay, why you are not like wanting to become like a, you know, like become a swing career, just like do this professional? And then she said me something like, well, I'm not sure, I don't have the level. And I remember like I told her, well, don't worry about the level, you get the level by training, but you never get the wish, the wondering, you know, if you don't have that wish, you will not do it. But if you have the wish, then you will training, you will do as much as you need to get to that point. And then because she told me like one of her dreams was come back to Spain and put a school here, actually. Then this when I told her, well, you should go for your dreams if you have a dream, because not many people have a dream. And then I remember like a TEDx talk that I give to her to watch, because was in Spanish, right? But it was super interesting about this, about like not letting your dreams come down, just like keep pushing for your dreams until it get true. And this is how we start. Okay, then you keep going. From that point, enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was a pharmacist back then when we were training. There is this week that we prepared this choreo that was very essential for me to change my career, and I really wanted to start a school in Madrid because of community, because I just thought this is what I wanted to do, but I didn't think it was possible. Like I thought it was like a platonic idea in my head. But the idea is that I knew it was the right moment because Madrid had nothing yet. It had like some people dancing but no schools. And then when I started to work with GAS, I started to think it was possible, and this TEDx talk helped me a lot. And then in my head, I wanted to bring Gaston just to start the school, and maybe he would teach somebody else and I would teach with that person. And when he came, he wanted to push me to keep growing as a dancer, and it's not that I didn't want to, but I didn't believe that was possible. Like I thought like the international teachers are international teachers, as if something is inamovible, fixed, you know, yeah, untouchable, and you cannot reach that. So it took me a long time first to stop saying I was a pharmacist and to start saying I'm a dancer. That took me, that was hard as hell.
I remember that once I told her, like, if you're a pharmacist, I don't want to work with you anymore because I need a dancer. I don't need a pharmacist.
Yeah, little by little, because at the beginning I remember I kept telling him, no, you work in Madrid, you help me, and then you can train with somebody else. Don't waste your time with me. yeah, it took me time to start believing in myself. So I think also this has helped me in my personal life a lot, because now I really believe a lot of, like, you can really, if you put your energy in something, it will happen. And yeah, personally this has helped me a lot.
And then just the final thing how we met is like when she told me that, I was thinking a little bit. I was traveling that moment. I was thinking like, well, let me think, because for me it would be like leave Argentina, and I was never think on that, you know, like. But as well, she told me like, well, you can come for a year, and I was thinking like a possibility, but I was thinking like, why I will come for a year, and then I will go back with more doubts, you know, like, should I stay? Should I come back? And then I thought that as well, 1 year would be not enough for us to grow as a dance partner, as a teaching partner, you know, like, because we are mainly teachers, we are not like great performers. I think that we have a good level of performing, but we mainly, I think that we are really good teachers, and this is to get that point with someone, you need your time, you know, like to get, and I thought that 1 year would be not enough to do that. And to grow as a dancer as well. This is why I was thinking like, okay, no, if I go and stay. I will, you know, like if I come back, it's because it didn't work, not because I have like a limited time to do it. And this is how I come here in 2013, and I'm still here.
So what an inspiring story to hear this idea. It sounds like both of you were able to help each other throughout this journey. It was a shared experience, and you both had these transitions to work through, whether it's career, whether it's cultural transitions, and you were able to create this new community together, which I think is extremely meaningful, and I'm sure your students really appreciate. And you say you're great teachers, but I can assure you're also wonderful performers. I've seen both swing and blues performances, and you're very, very strong couple. So it's inspiring to hear that you're able to create this idea and bring it to reality together. And so tell me a bit about Big Mama Swing. I'm assuming you mainly do classes, but where has the school taken you? What other activities are you running? So tell me a bit about the community you've created.
Actually, let's do this. Let's do a round, because we are in Big Mama now.
Yeah, you can do a round.
You want to see it?
Sure.
Yeah, let me show you.
Let's go.
This is Big Mama. This is our main ballroom. This is me. Hello. Now we have lights on because we use it today for the last class of the year with a group, and then we decide to just like, you know, cheers a little bit with some champagne. And this is the big marquesina that we have. I don't know how you say this in English, like a sign. And we have like a burlesque show last time. We have a piano here. We have a bar. This bar is legal. Okay. There's some systems. We have a sprung floor, as you see. It's super good. And then we come over here. This is one of the entrances. We have two entrances. We have a drink water. Now we cannot use it because COVID, of course. We have the male bathroom, female bathroom. And then we have a second room. And this is the office, the jazz. And then we have, look, this is amazing. We have like 2 songs written by musician to Big Mama. This is At Big Mama Swing by Enrique Peiró, and this is called Drunk at Big Mama by Stefano Ronchi, an Italian musician. That's a blues. And as well, we have like some signs, and we have here, look, we have here Miss Dawn Hampton. We have like her signature here. I hope you know who is Dawn Hampton. If you don't, you should check on her. Check it online. Okay, I'm coming back now.
So yeah, that was. This is our school.
Yeah, you couldn't see it now, but you will see the video later.
Thank you for the virtual tour.
So we started just with very small people, and then after I think 3 years, we decided to invest in this venue. And for us, it was we could have just made a school, but we decided to do a place where people can also dance and drink to create community. So that's why we built this.
The thing is in that moment Alba had some money. I didn't, because I was coming from Argentina with nothing. And then with that money we could open, like she said, like a small place. Well, not small, but like maybe, I don't know,
Just for classes.
50, 60 square meters for classes. But for us in that moment it was amazing how hard it was find venues in Madrid where you can dance. And for us, you know, Lindy Hop, swing dancing is a social dance. That's it. Performing, competing is coming by far after. But the main thing is dancing, social dancing. And then we decide, like, no, we will not make a school, because it makes no sense to have a school if you cannot have a place to dance. I'm telling you guys, the organizer, particularly Angelo, because I know her, I know him, he's doing a great job, because it's so hard to maintain places for swing dancing. Why? Because the people doesn't drink, and that's a secret. I mean, I don't want to create apología del alcohol. How you say that in English?
Apology?
I'm not sure. Like when you try to get people to drink, you know what I mean? Yeah, we don't want to do that, but it's true. Like back in the day, the places work because most people drinking.
Yeah, we couldn't run socials. It was impossible because the places would kick us out.
And then this is why we decide, okay, we need a place where you can dance. Like it's legal, we have a bar, and we need that for create the society, like everyone. And then in that moment we didn't have the money, but we find someone that want to be part of us, like an investment. But then he's not only that, he's part of as well of the working team, and as well we put all the money that we did in those years working by swing, and then we put everything, even our hearts and our soul, everything. We don't own anything now. And this is how Big Mama, and why Big Mama started like a venue mainly, because we want that. We want a place where we can dance and no one can kick out us, or no problem with police, with neighborhoods. Like we are in the building now and we insulate everything just to be sure like we don't bother no one else. And that was a huge investment of money, huge amount of work, and was a really hard time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, as you see, we have concerts, we have different shows, not many, but we do have. We try to keep everything on the jazz era, you know, like no, we don't have like a rag party, you know, like or something like that. Mainly everything is kind of vintage. Yeah.
But that part of the business now, it's not working so much. We did only two things because of COVID, but the school is at least working.
Great. So yeah, that leading to my next question, as you mentioned, in these events, maybe they're not drinking because in the end, swing is a kind of therapy. It's a kind of drug. It keeps you going. You don't need alcohol or anything else to keep the energy flowing. So in this time where so many people use dance as a form of therapy, and it's been a very tough year for artists, musicians, dancers alike worldwide. So how have you coped? I know I'm assuming you've been doing online lessons, but how are you able to keep that spirit of swing alive when we are all distanced and it's a social dance, so it's tough to keep that community strong?
It's a really tough question. First, we decided to not do online classes. And the reason was because at the beginning, you know, like I guess in Italy as well, I don't know in the rest of the world, but for 5-6 months, right, something like that, we couldn't do classes per se, like classes in here. And then for Alba me, we decided like, well, if we do online classes, probably we will get enough money to live. But what I will offer to the local people, what I will offer to the students that are coming to Big Mama all the time. We have like a big thing there, because we need to think, okay, we want to save ourselves or save the school, and we decide to save the school. This is why if we do online classes, the people will pay me, but they will not pay nothing to the school. Or my students, they will not pay anything to the school because they can take the lessons with his teacher by online, probably paying less. This is what Alba and me, we decide to only do classes for the people that keep being the student of Big Mama. What it means. When COVID came and we closed, we closed, but we open virtual, let's say. We send videos, we send information, we did talks with people, we We did interview with musicians. We did any kind of thing to try to not only keep dancing, to keep the culture, jazz culture alive, you know. Then we did that, but only for the people that pay to Big Mama. It means that Alma Me, for a while, we didn't have any incoming. For 3 months at least, we had any incoming, because everything was to paying the school, you know, to pay the taxes, the rent, everything, because we should do it. And then we live with savings. We did that until we reopen in October. And then is when we start to get some money for us, because we started teaching Big Mama. It was a really hard decision, because for us it was like, you know, like, but at some point we felt that if we will do that, if we go just online classes, we will just kill the school, because all our energy was going there. But now all the energy we put it to keep it in the school. It was a super hard time, to be honest. Like, in financial wise, was like, well, we have, I don't know how many times we cried together. We talk like we should close, but you know, you see the place. It's like, it's a big dream coming true. It's like we decide, like, we did so much so far to just quit now. That was the thing, you know, like. And then, well, sorry, I'm saying everything. Just go ahead.
No, there's many things to say. Your question was, how did we cope in these hard times? I affirm what Gaston said. All our energy went into Big Mama and not into GAS and Alba. I think that was the right decision. And we really thought we were going to lose this place. And it was really, 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 really hard. And there was always one of us that was a little bit stronger, that could hold the couple. And even though it was a hard time, all the hard times have a gem behind them. And I think if you are present in the moment, and it makes you also wonder, what do you want in life, who you are, and you stop and see, what do I have how am I living my life? Is this what I want? And then you realize, if you put all your energy into Big Mama working, then all of a sudden, for me in my case, a new, how can I say, I was before so busy, because running a school and going every weekend to places makes you stop thinking, like you just are a rat in a wheel. And for me, this has made me realize how much of my heart is part of this business, which is Big Mama, and how much the original point, which was the community, is part of it. Now the school is much, much smaller, and I got to know everybody, every single person, and that has made me happy. And also I coped training, but training in a way that I enjoy more, without rushing, without a goal. And somehow, even though I has had a very hard year, it has been a good year. I know it sounds crazy, but I discovered my love for dancing in a completely different way, and my role as who I am in this profession, and what do I really want. And I don't know.
No, it's true. In my case, it's true. Like Alba, again, like she was coming here alone to training day by day. For example, I decide, like, for example, I paint the whole thing by my own, like, because you need, like, be repainted, and I did it. And like, in some way, I started to do something, and she started to do another thing, but both of things goes together. Now I think our relationship is stronger than ever. Actually, we are training, like Alba said, like we are training just by training, not with a particular goal to go to a championship or to go to a competition, or because we need this, or it's been really good. It's been like I don't know, more energy coming, right? That's the thing. Of course, we are like worrying and wondering and concerned. That's the word, concerned about the future, because this is not ending. This is like we have a different kind of virus. We don't know if the vaccine is working, and all those things for us, you know, they are like big ghosts coming around us. But I think that the better thing I think about all the things for us is, like, I think that make us stronger as a dance couple. I will say it because some people think we are not boyfriend girlfriend, we are not married, we just are great friends, we love each other so much, which is saying. But some people still think that we are together, but we are not. We never were together. We are super friends anyway. But it's true that we are closer than before, and we are like just trying to keep going, you know, like. And I think that is good. I think that as soon as we are able to do it again, actually, I think we will do. We will be better dancer as well. This is what I'm really. I really believe on that.
And for me, a better human. That
course,
really,
yeah.
honestly, I think this year has made me a better human being.
Yeah, for
honestly.
sure.
Yeah, it's true how everyone had to be put on hold, so everyone had to kind of reinvent and reevaluate and rethink and adapt to all these new situations and this new normal that a lot of people transformed, and there was a lot of personal growth, but there were also a lot of sacrifices, as you both said. You had to make a decision whether you're putting your personal career or the career of the school. And it is difficult and so much uncertainty too to keep going and keep having the motivation. I can understand that. But hopefully with, you know, developments in science and the vaccine and continued efforts on everyone globally, how would you imagine the school in 5 years? What's your dream once the pandemic is over and no one is wearing masks anymore? And so how do you see Big Mama in 5 years?
Well, let's say 2 years. 5 is too much, to be honest. No, actually, you know the thing that you say, for example, we decide to start again to be closer, like Alba said, to the student. Well, it's not a decision, actually it was an opportunity to be closer to the student. And now we are trying to be closer to the teacher as well. We are trying to start again to teach, together with them, to try to teach them how to teach, because we was doing it for a while, we stopped it because they get a certain level. And now we start again with the new incoming, you know, like dancers. And I think that that's a good thing, because I'm sure that more people will feel, how do you say this, more like closer to everything, you know, more close to us, more close to the venue, more close to the school, more close to the idea. And I am sure that will be giving us like a better community later on. That's what I think. I think that the COVID is, you know, like a big thing when you have, and then you have a scar that you never get off. You know, you get better, of course. You will be able to walk, to run again, to everything, but you always will have this scar in somewhere that will remind you to this moment. This is what I think that it will be. I guess it will have some effect in the social life. I think that in the swing dancing, sooner or later will happen that everyone is without mask dancing again, like normal. But it will take, maybe as you said, 5 years, that moment. I'm not sure. But I'm just thinking like, you know, like smaller steps. Because everything changed so much, then for me it's like, well, let's take a little step. What do you think of?
It's a hard question, Delphine. And I also think 5 years is a long time to make a guess. I think also, as I said before, like this time, it's a good opportunity, even if, and I'm really, I put a hand on my heart, like I understand that I'm privileged and some people may have lost families and may have lost jobs and have a really bad situation, but I do believe that this time has, with all what it brings, has bring us the opportunity to be better people somehow through the sacrifice and the things that we are going through. And I think as a community, is for me, it's not a
casualty, I think, no?
Coincidence that all these Black Lives Matter and all these things are happening now. I think as a community, we have a lot to learn and to use it to bond with people and be better humans and try to, the same than feminism is working and people are being aware of this. I think now the dance can be an opportunity to end racism or be better humans. And I don't know, I believe that that somehow the dance will lead us to to be more connected with us and with other people. And it's not a coincidence that the people who come here choose swing. They have to understand what swing is, and also us. So I do believe that in 5 years I would love for the school that we built, already thinking about the social thing and the music, being a truly cultural place where people not only see the product but see the whole content, and where we understand also, because we are in this process as well, what the content brings to make people bond and be better human beings.
This is
Too philosophical. I'm
No,
sorry,
no.
I'm very philosophical these days.
It's true, because we didn't talk too much about that, but it's involved the situation now, like all the Black Lives Matter that Alba said, right? For us was as well like not an easy point at all. It was a hard point, you know, to learn about it, to understand it, to read, to try to do our proper work. And actually, Alba did, I think, at almost every single workshop or webinar that was around.
I'm very obsessive in general.
No, but it was great. I mean, because I learned a lot from her. I was as well trying to do my work. We decided to do, from Big Mama, we did a collaboration with one Afro-American, and from where he was? Senegal. Living here in Spain, and we decided to talk a little bit about racism, what it means to be racist in Spain, try to, you know, like, to involve that topic in Spain. That is not easy, because of course, like, you know, like the different countries are hit by this in different ways. In Spain, maybe it didn't get so much. It is not so something that is so, you know, in the skin. Like, I don't mean on the color, I mean on the close to the people, right? Not in the hearts. But we'll try to dig on it, because as well for us it's an important thing. And that was mixed with all the COVID, and for the heart, you know, like was like broken in pieces sometimes. And I think that is a really good conclusion when you are saying, like, not only the COVID is as well part of Black Lives Matter. I think that is an important point.
Thank you. I think that's a beautiful vision, and to see how dance can stretch beyond just a dance class or a social dance event, and how it can become this mechanism of community engagement, of social awareness, of social dialogue. It has, I think, great power to create this intercultural exchange, and to create common understanding between communities and different cultures. And a few things can have that kind of power. I think art and performing is one of those things that has that power to extend beyond these boundaries and these barriers. So it's beautiful to see that you have this vision and you've already been able to put some things into place. So that's wonderful to hear. And so moving forward, how can your fans get in touch with you? Do you have websites, social media? What are the best ways to keep up with the Big Mama Swing and GAS Alba?
So we have an Instagram account, Facebook, and we also have a web page, which we did over this time, all with the COVID time.
We are the worst. It's not like we are the worst on marketing and those things. We was not having an email together until this year. After 7 years working together.
I think we had Instagram only for 9 months or
it was
but now we have GAS Alba, and the web is the same, gasanalba.com.
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram, in Facebook, in the web, and we have the separate web that is bigmamaswing.com. That this is for the school, mainly the thing that happened here. Yeah, and actually we decided, because we need it, to be honest. I mean, we hold it as much as we could, but now we need it. We will do not online classes of swing, but slow dancing, because the swing we will keep it for the school, but in the school we don't teach slow dancing actually. You know, like slow dancing is maybe the thing that we are the most famous for, right? Like slow blues and then swing dancing, and then we teach balboa as well internationally. But anyway, we keep the swing dancing for here, and we will do like an online school for slow dancing. If you are wondering about that, maybe we will not like a super big.
We will start slowly but probably things. Soon we'll.
But that's something that maybe someone feel like, why not?
Yeah, it sounds like a unique offering, because I have not seen many other swing schools with the other side of, you know, Lindy Hop is very upbeat and it's lively, dance, and it's nice to have, you know, slower dances like blues and shedding light on that side of the culture because they were happening also simultaneously.
Yeah.
So. Great, so thank you again for joining us for Swing Around the World, GAS and Alba, and wishing everybody a very happy 2021.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll be able to meet again soon on the dance floor.
Hopefully. Hopefully, yes, we the same thing. We are just we need it so badly to dance and be happy again.
Thank you for the interview, Delphine.
Yeah.
Of course, thank you so much. It was great to meet you, and yeah, hope to see you soon.
Bye bye, Delphine.
Bye. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.